My name is Jansen, and this is my wife, Kalee, and we have 2 daughters and another on the way. We are the Lorches, and we are missionaries with Gospel Mission of South America and are appointed to northern Chile.
I grew up in Western New York, south of Buffalo, and I grew up in a Christian home. We attended church regularly, but at a young age, my mom was reading devotions to us in the evening, and something just stuck out to me that I needed the Lord, and at that young age, I was saved.
I was saved at the age of 6 under the influence of the gospel proclamation of my parents in our home. My burden for ministry really began during my sophomore year of college. I served at a camp over summer, and through that experience and the teaching of the Word, my heart for the lost grew, and my recognition of the importance of proclaiming the gospel far and near grew in my heart. And so I returned to college, and I graduated with a degree in Bible and theology and missions. And through that, I then served as a pastoral intern at a church in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and then served for the past 3 years as assistant pastor there while being trained at a local seminary for gospel ministry.
I'm thankful for the ministry opportunities that God has given me to prepare even for missions on the field now. Just being able to play the piano at my local church growing up, and now we are invested in by so many people at the church we've been working at for the last 6 years.
Our burden for ministry can really be summarized with 2 thoughts, and that is evangelizing the lost and equipping disciples through the context of the local church in order to see God's church grow and multiply throughout Chile and all the world. That's why our church, Fellowship Bible Church of Ann Arbor, has committed to sending us out as missionaries to the northern part of Chile to plant churches in that area and the surrounding regions. So when we arrive to the field, we'll be joining missionaries David and Christy Flink, who previously served in the city of Antofagasta, Chile, where they helped plant a church for the last 12 years, a church that is now thriving and growing and under the leadership of nationals. And now they've moved on to Arica, Chile, where we'll be joining them there to help in the ministry of planting a church in that city.
My name is David Flink. I'm a missionary in Arica, Chile. Arica is a city that is growing, 240,000 people, that is very pagan in its spirituality and needs the light of the gospel. There is a great need for more workers in Arica and surrounding areas, and we're excited that Jansen and Kalee are coming to join us to serve alongside us in a team church plant and training others, training the next generation of church planters to cross the Peruvian border and even into Bolivia.
At this time, we are seeking like-minded partners who will join us because we know that going to the field is challenging, and we need the support of God's local churches to be able to accomplish what He's called us to do. And so we're traveling about meeting pastors and churches and seeking to serve them however we can, and minister to them and be a blessing while seeking their support, whether financially or in prayer, before we head to the field. And before that time, we'll also have to go to language school so that we can learn the language the best to our ability before getting to the field to be able to adequately minister in that culture and context. George Black went on to be the 2nd director of Gospel Mission of South America, but originally he went to the Chile field in the 1940s to join Mr. Strong to serve on that field to preach the gospel to the Chilean military. For him, the lifelong commitment he made to the Lord's work came with no regrets.
It's not easy. It'll never be easy. It never was easy, but it's glorious. Yes, there's difficulties, but it's glorious.
And that's what compels us to go.